Welcome to Kaivala Yoga. I have decided to bring a few more of my friends to the circle today to talk about finding your tribe. To get us all in the headspace of talking about different types of attributes and what we look for in our tribe and why it's important for us to be in our tribe, we're going to get centered first with a few poses. We're going to start off in Shavasana. Y'all ready? Let's do it. Bring the head towards the center of the circle and then the feet away. As you lay down on your back, place your body symmetrical. So the left side's kind of doing what the right side's kind of doing. If you have any itches or scratches that you need to take here, please go ahead and itch or scratch yourself. If you're trying to get a grip on the earth, let the palms face down. If you're trying to release to the stars, let the palms face up. And then perhaps you're trying to feel more in touch with your breathing, and you can just let the hands rest on the belly so that they rise and fall with the breath. The hardest part about this pose is that it takes no effort and that it's easy. If at home you have any problem with your low back, you can bring pillows underneath the knees, or you can elevate the head. Then use your breath to soften your skin. And now go a little bit deeper and use breath to soften your muscles. Then go profound. Use the breath to soften your bones. Let yourself go. Moving yourself into an observer mind rather than a judging mind. Feeling sensation rather than naming it. And then touch base with the people in your life that you want to bring close to you. The people in your life that have a similar dream, that have a similar passion as you. The people that you want to bring into your tribe. And notice how the body responds when you bring these people to your heart. Maybe even experiment with a smile here as you breathe. Now, with the least amount of movement, wiggle your fingers. Perhaps just a few molecules of your fingers get moved on the first few wiggles. And then wiggle the toes. And then use your intuition. Let the body move however the body needs to move. Some people need to stretch out and repeat a word called "ah." There's no wrong way. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll to your left side into a fetal position. Support the head with the arms and the hands. Breathe. Take full torso breaths, inhaling into the belly and inhaling into the heart. And then exhaling out of the heart, exhaling out of the belly. Keep breathing. Nurturing yourself as you would nurture your tribe. Wonderful. Very gently push yourself up to seated. You're welcome to sit on your knees or cross your legs. Go ahead and face the center. Bring right hand to right knee or right leg, and left hand to left leg or left knee. Place the head on top of the shoulders and find the shoulders over the hips. Use your breath to align the torso. On your own, find a full breath in and a full breath out. Listen to the body breathe. Beautiful. Touch base with your smile again. And very gently open up the eyes and smile at your neighbors, because you are surrounded by great and wonderful people. Fantastic. Then bring hands in front of knees. Walk the knees back into tabletop position. Find wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees go underneath the hips, and the gaze goes underneath the eyes. Breathe here. Take full torso breaths in tabletop. The full torso breath will align the shoulder around the heart. It'll align the placement of the belly and the pelvis. Sometimes emotions do come up in yoga class. You keep the gaze underneath the eyes, as if a teardrop were going to fall from your eyes to the ground. But even though these emotions do show up in yoga class, please understand that if my jokes get to be too funny, just roll with it, okay? Here we go. Inhale, spine down, chin up, tail up, look up high. Hold here, keep on breathing. Rotate biceps towards the center of the circle and the triceps towards the back. If you feel any pain in the wrists, bring the hips back just a little bit more. Keep the gaze up high, looking at the third eye. It'll help create alpha waves in the mind. Take a deep breath in, look up high. Then bring spine high, chin into heart, and tuck your tail. Look into the heart, feel the spine arch to the sky. Hold here, keep on breathing. Hips come forward, shoulders go back. Gaze goes into the heart. Beautiful. Here we go. Inhale, spine down, chin up, tail up. Exhale, look into your heart. Spine down, chin up, tail up. Look into your heart. Open up the heart, breathe in. Look into the heart. Open up the heart. Look into the heart. Open it up. Look within. Open it up. Then neutral spine, gaze underneath the eyes. All right, now take right hand forward, left foot goes back, breathe in. Breathe here. If either the leg or the arm doesn't come up so easy, either one can come down to the ground. Amazing, here we go. Reach out, breathe in. Then bring right elbow to left knee underneath the torso. Hold here. I like to find the bone-to-bone connection underneath the body with the elbow to the kneecap. Try your right hand. No, the other one. There you go. That's it. Here we go. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, squeeze. That's it. Reach out. Squeeze. Reach out. Squeeze. Reach out. Squeeze. Last one, reach out. Hold here. Catch breath in. Then bring right hand to the right, left foot goes to the left, pull the toes into the shin. And then you turn to the neighbor and you say, hello, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
Keep on breathing. And then right hand forward, left foot back. Everything down to the ground. Left hand forward, right foot back. And keep on breathing. Yeah. Inhale. Left elbow, right knee underneath torso. Find bone-to-bone connection or a similar place that you had on the other side. Keep on breathing. Amazing people. Reach out, breathe in. Squeeze, breathe out. Reach out, breathe in. Squeeze, breathe out. Beautiful. Reach out. Squeeze. Reach out. Squeeze. One more. Reach out. Squeeze. Reach out. Hold here. Catch breath in. Right hand to the right, left hand to the left. Pull the toes into the shin, and then turn to the other neighbor and say, hello, other neighbor. Keep on breathing. Then left hand forward, right foot back. Everything down to the ground. Tuck toes and back, breathe in. Then bring the hips up high for downward facing dog, making an inverted V with the body. Bend the knees a lot so you can find distance between the knuckles and the sits bones. Let the head fall and gaze at the toes. Let the neck be easy. Beautiful. Yeah. And then catch breath in. Bend the knees a little bit deeper. Nice and easy, walk the feet all the way to the front. Separate the feet as much as you wish, or bring the feet together. Then place the hands to knees, halfway lift the spine. Hold here and keep on breathing. Find long torso. Engage your legs very strong. And feel long back as well. Bring the shoulders as high as you wish. Sometimes people bring the shoulders a little bit higher than the hips, and that's totally fine. Then bend the knees a little bit more and see if the hamstrings will soften. Amazing people. Catch breath in. Fold forward. Hang out here, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. One more cycle of breath in. Forward fold, breathe out. Reverse a dive, come all the way up. Inhale nice and easy. Hold here. Inhale, reach up. Hands together at heart center. Hold here, breathe in. Let hands go, breathe out. Reach for the stars, breathe in. Dive low, breathe out. Half lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. All the way up high, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. Hold here, big smile. Let hands go. Reach for the stars. Dive for the earth. Halfway lift your heart. Forward fold. Come up high, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. Go straight for the stars, breathe up. Dive low. Half lift. Forward fold. Come all the way up, breathe in. Hands to your heart, breathe out. Close the eyes and breathe here. If your balance isn't quite steady yet, you're welcome to keep your eyes open. Or if you find yourself falling, please open up your eyes to catch yourself. Just feel the whole body from the soles to the crown. Yeah. And shift the weight into the right foot and step left foot up and over the right foot. Try to find more pressure onto the arch side of your foot rather than to the long edge of the foot. If you're ready for a challenge, you can close the eyes and breathe. Just being patient with yourself. Feeling the body respond to your capacity for balance. Amazing people. Shift the weight into the right foot and step the left foot to the other side of the right foot. And then step right foot up and over. And breathe here. The hardest part of this is getting out of judgment. And moving into feeling. Awesome. Then go ahead and open up the eyes. Bring the right foot to the other side of the left foot. Open up the eyes and smile at your neighbors. because you are surrounded by amazing people. We're going to transition to the floor. Here we go. Breathe in. Let hands go. Reach up high. Dive low. Half lift, breathe in. Then bring the hands to the ground, walk the feet back for a high push-up position. If you have any four-letter words going on in your head in this position, please come down to your knees. Catch breath in. Then come all the way down onto your bellies. Fingertips underneath the armpits. Squeeze the elbows and back, chin comes forward. And then lift the heart just a little bit. Use your breath to lift your heart. Now raise up the hands. Raise up the toes and the quads. And then reach to your left and to your right towards your neighbor's arms. And grab a hold of their arms or their hands, whatever's easiest. And this is like a huge parachute jump. Keep on breathing. Lift the shoulders up maybe. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Go for 3, for 2. Catch breath in. Everything down to the ground. Fingertips come underneath the armpits. Squeeze the elbows and back. Then push the hips all the way back to the heels. Knees go wide. Big toes touch. Forehead rests on the ground. Beautiful. No matter where the body is totally fine. Just trying to open up the heart a little bit. Breathe. Amazing people. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders and push yourself up to seated. And you're welcome to cross your legs or sit on your knees. And this is the part where we're just going to empty out the mind for a little bit. So get yourself in the most comfortable seated position that you have. As Denise is doing, if you need to roll up the mat or sit on a blanket, you're absolutely welcome to. And bring right hand to right leg and left hand to left leg. And then with your super sense of sound, listen to everything that's going on right now. Touch base with your friends. And smile. Very gently open up the eyes. And if you haven't touched base with the friends around in the circle, maybe smile at a few of them. Then, so today's conversation is finding your tribe. And the tribe in the 20th century was thought to be a group of Indians or natives. But in the 21st century, there's a new definition that's taking off. And who your tribe is who you have in your life that have similar passions as yourself. Transitioning to this type of life is a really big deal. Most of our lives have been driven by money. They've been driven by business or commerce to be able to keep food on our table or they have been driven by warlords or slave masters. And for the first time in our life, as human beings, as an entire tribe, we're faced with being able to do whatever it is that we wish to do. I've told this story once before, and I'm going to share it again because it seems to be most relevant in the tribal conversation. If you have a petri dish of mammary gland cells, and in that dish of mammary gland cells, they're all healthy and good to go, what do they produce? Milk. Now, if you take a cancerous cell and you put it in the center of the petri dish, what do most people guess that happens to that cancerous cell?
It's attacked.
Yeah, it's attacked or it grows. But ironically, what happens is it produces milk. And so when we ask ourselves, who is it that we want to surround ourselves in our lives? What we're asking ourselves is, how do we want to produce milk? And what is the metaphorical milk in our lives? When you think about people in your life, what comes to concern? What comes to caution? Who don't you want to surround yourself with in your life right now?
Bad people.
When you say bad people, what do you mean?
People that have it out for me and make my life difficult.
Yeah. In all ways, shape, or form. Do they, like, in the morning, do they put your fancy shoelaces on your sneakers? Is that kind of?
No, they're not. They're anti-helpful. I don't know how to put it.
Yeah. Denise, you were saying something.
Oh, hateful.
Hateful.
Haters.
Haters.
Toxic.
Yeah.
And anyway, they're out there, and I always run into them at one time or another. And then it's another learning experience, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pessimistic.
Yeah. We can never do that. Yeah. Aaliyah, do you have any insight? Do you have anybody in your life that you don't like to be around? Or not anybody in particular, but a type of person that you don't like to be around? Don't know yet. Okay. Do you like to be around nice people? And do you like to be around playful people? Okay. What about the people that don't like to play or anything like that? They just like to sit on the couch all day long. Do you like to play? Do you like to be around those kinds of people? It's okay if you do. I don't mind. I'm a fan of pretty much all people.
It could be boring.
Yeah. Do you want to go, Nita?
Yeah, selfish people.
Mm.
I don't like to be around selfish people.
Mm.
I mean, if I have to be, there's no way, but I can be tolerant. But I would prefer not to.
Mm-hmm.
Selfish.
Yeah, to me that seems, what you're saying is that there's a balance when you're with the person. If you're having coffee with them and they always take all of the conversation to let them know about their life, or what a terrible person you are, that's usually a little taxing. Warren?
For me, there are attributes about myself that I'm not happy with.
Yeah.
And I don't like being around people that exemplify those attributes. I've dealt with anger, so I don't like being around angry people. I've dealt with violence, so I don't like being around violent people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to compound what I'm already dealing with. And so I try to find people that are peaceful and kind, because that helps me produce the kind of milk I want to produce.
Beautifully said.
Lillian?
Well, I think of when you come against an adversary or whatever you want to place it, it's really a mirror being placed in front of yourself to look at. So it's easy to choose people that you want the same reflection with, but it's the challenge to be around those and learn how to not let yourself be drained of energy or selfishness. So it's a real challenge of balance all the time.
Yeah.
I think it's just having your own healthy boundaries.
Yeah, for me, I look at, I have recently been using the tool of the human condition as a way to kind of see where a person wants to live their life. In the human condition, human beings are always trying to be better than everybody else. And there's 3 ways that they go about being better than everybody else. The first way is the devil state, in which we put other people down to make ourselves feel better. And it's a necessary state. All 3 of these states that I share with you, we will always be doing for the rest of our lives. The devil state is where comedy comes from, and comedy is tragedy from a different perspective, as we discussed in laughter yoga. The second part of the human condition is the human state. And what happens in the human state is we work really, really, really hard to improve our own lives. It's the selfish state. And we insist that other people become absorbed in whatever it is that we're feeling. Yeah. But ironically, because of the human state, sometimes by becoming more, sometimes by saying to other people, I need help, you empower other people to step into the God state. And when you step into the God state, what you're doing is you're getting on someone else's level and figuring out what's going on with their lives. And then when you figure that out, you help them out so that they can rise too. And when they rise, you rise with them. And that's it. Yeah. Now, in your life, what tribes do you belong a part of? And do you feel comfortable talking about the qualities of the tribe that you don't really jive with, or the qualities of the tribe that you absolutely get along with? Yeah. Do you want to, either of you, if you want to go, do you have anything you want to say? Okay.
I mean, in our lives, we're connected to so many different tribes, whether it be the tribe at your work or the tribe, your gym tribe or your friend tribe. But the ones that you share your life with and share your internal feelings and emotions, that's the tribe that I feel like should be the most like you, or the ones that you want to, like the mirror, the ones that you want to reflect the same. So, like my family is my tribe, or those, I mean, they know my inner soul. Yeah. What do you think?
To be kind and to be safe.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's good for your tribe.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
I think that if you're trying to invite other people into your tribe, that's the first thing that needs to happen. Because if you don't feel safe around somebody new, then forget about it. How the heck are we going to have a friendship after that, right? I'm like, is he going to swing? What's going on?
What does it mean to be safe, to feel safe?
Yeah.
Not to be around strangers.
People you trust. Beautifully said.
Denise, do you want to talk about the qualities of your tribe that you're looking for?
For a long time I was in the tribe. My tribe was 12-step fellowship. And That's a pretty close knit. And the idea behind that is what you've talked about, is reaching out and sharing your experience and, you know, showing them that it's possible, that things are possible. And now I'm branching out and moving into like my yoga tribe, where people want to be, I want them to be open-minded and positive, non-judgmental, all the things that I would like to be, yes. Caring and loving.
Do you want to go, Lynn?
I believe in nice. I recommend nice, you know, nice, everyone being nice and considerate of each other. And how nice it is to be in that world. What are we talking about?
In your tribe, what qualities of a tribe do you look for?
So I like a tribe that appreciates me and that I can appreciate in kind the contributions of the others, and that together in a blenderized Vitamix we can create something really delicious, you know, with a few ice cubes and some Himalayan pink sea salt and just some other vegetables. That all comes out okay, you know, whirling it around, you know, it's like the beets are in there, but they're not that difficult to absorb anymore, the carrots. And it's so delicious. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It really is. I don't have to sell it. That's how delicious it is, that drink.
Yeah.
Very visual.
Huh?
Very visual.
Yeah.
What you just
Well,
said.
I
Yes.
do it. You know, it's one of the things I do, and I'm sure it helps. You know, to eat raw stuff, right? That tastes delicious. It has to be good for your health, because I want to be doing the right thing for my health,
Yeah.
so that I don't have to depend on caregivers to give me care specifically, because I can function. Even though, you know, I'm getting older every day.
Yeah. Thank you. Lillian.
Tribes, community. Yes, there's a large group that I've been involved with for many years. In fact, I just came from having lunch with about 16 people that were celebrating a woman's birthday. What we all came together for in that community was giving service, like to each other or outside. It's a very kind of spiritual gathering, book studies, classes, taking a theme, and a group that wants to come around and explore more than just by yourself. There's always the interesting part of the tribe, the leader, and I think you're going to probably get into that, and voices and groupthink, and do you really go along with everything and pick your places, and to be part of a tribe is like being part of a family.
Yeah.
I mean, buttons get pushed, bliss happens, all the opposites, the yin and yang of everything of life comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So being part of a tribe, community, family, it's kind of the whole human experience. We're all one, so.
It sounds communal,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like advanced civilizations that we visit on the Starship Enterprise.
Well, let's go. Sign me up.
No, it's absolutely it.
Where
And
they,
then
where
and
they do have it together,
Yeah.
spiritual. They really do, and their life shows it.
Mm.
There's no wars. What? I'll have to look that up. What is a war?
Yeah.
Right?
and I think you were talking about, you were talking about Star Trek last night,
I'd spoken to you about Star Trek.
which would probably lead you into describing what you're hoping to see for a tribe as well.
Sure. For me, I think that it's important that there's community, that people support one another.
Yeah.
I also think that safety is a really big deal, because when you feel safe, you can you feel okay to express what you're feeling. You might not be able to say it quite the right way, but you feel safe enough to know that you're not going to get made fun of. People are going to listen to you. That's really important. Patience, kindness. I don't even think it would be. It's not a nice thing. It's a necessary thing to have those. At least for me.
Yeah, when you were talking about Star Trek, that the transition is from a world where it seems like people are more preoccupied with taking things from other people and having enough to eat at night, or having enough money to pay their rent, or having enough gasoline in their car. Whereas in Star Trek, it's kind of flipped around. It's we have this abundance of resources, and how do we give this to other people so that they can have everything that it is that they need to do? What do you have for the important?
In addition to what the rest of the group has said, that I think it's very enlightening, I would add the types of things that I'm looking now for my tribe. It's first to have a higher consciousness, and not necessarily to feel that we are the ones that have the truth, or that we are more knowledgeable than the rest, but basically to connect with the commitment to help change things. And that's another thing that I'm looking forward to. Be part of a tribe that has that spirit of change, the things that need to be modified for a much more fair society and peaceful world. And a third thing I'm looking forward, it's creativity, because I think that creativity brings another way of seeing things. It's like adding up light and transparency so that the beauty of our behavior, our way of relating to others can come up.
Wow. Yeah. That consciousness part. We talked about, I think a few episodes ago, the 3 C's of creativity. The first one being courage. Yeah. Then after you have that, after you feel safety in order to propel yourself into the direction of courage, then you're moving into consciousness. Then you can become aware of the world around you and see what kind of tools that you have with your world that is around you. Then after you become conscious, then you can find people around you with community and in your tribe. And it is, if you've got those 3 mechanisms in your life, odds are really good you're going to have quite a bit of creativity.
Yeah, creativity will blossom in that inner circle. And I think it's the right approach. Very good.
The other thing, to wrap it all up, is that what can people do alone?
Meditate.
Meditate, pray, meditate.
Do that alone.
Right?
Do yoga alone.
Even still, I would argue that if you're breathing and you're just by yourself, you're breathing oxygen, which has required billions of years of carbon to be breathed through microbacteria and a whole bunch of other things. Other animals, there's a comment where every 7 minutes you have an atom that goes through your body that is the exact same atom of oxygen as George Washington's last dying breath. That's how mixed up the world is right now. That's how interdependent we are.
interdependent.
And even the body that we have, bones are recycled every 7 years, and that's the longest thing that's inside you.
7.
Completely impossible to live alone at this point. Even if you want to go out into the wilderness and be by yourself in the woods, very likely before you jump into the wilderness, if you want to have a success rate, you got to read a mess of books to figure out how to survive out there. So we always,
Or find a teacher.
or find someone else. You got to build a tribe again. We're right back to not doing something alone. Very beautiful.
Aloneness and togetherness are dichotomies, and you need both.
Yep. Yep.
And neither one is better than the other.
Yeah. It's balance, just like with every other thing in the world. Balancing community and self, balancing in-breath and out-breath, and that's what yoga is all about. Having all of those tools with every single aspect of balance in our lives.
And if there's any place that this could be accomplished, it's in this community of Salem, Oregon.
Absolutely.
Oregon.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you all for being here today. You are great and wonderful.
Thank you, Stuart.
Kaivala Yoga.
Likewise.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Namaste.